This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined over Zoom by Mr. Eoghan Lavin. Owen, it's been a while, mate. How have you been?
It's been too long. It's been too long, but I've been good. I've been keeping busy in the gym, and I'm out soon. I'm out this weekend, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's good to be back on the interview side.
Yeah, it feels like it was every show at the back end of last year. I was seeing you, kind of getting you on, but little break, but back to it. Altrincham, big show. Jack Rafferty, Mark Chamberlain, and that's been kind of a theme of your career so far. Big shows, big nights, and you love it, don't you?
Yeah, look, that's what we're here for. That's all I'm really interested in. The bigger, the better, and the bigger the stage I'm put on, the bigger the platform, the more pressure that's on me, the better I'll perform. So. Yeah, I'm buzzing to get back out in Manchester as well. I'm training over here now, so it's kind of like a second home now. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll kick off a lot more bigger and better nights.
From the outside looking in, the first 12 months of a professional's career is
hmm
vital for kind of confidence, just seeing where you're at, and yeah, just kick starting really. So, how do you assess your career so far now at 5-0?
Um, as weird as it is, I'm 5-0 now in 12 months, but I still feel underachieved. I feel like I'm underperforming. Not underperforming, but I feel like there's so much more to come, and there's so much to unlock that that's why I'm so eager to just keep getting back out, keep showing that I've only shown a fraction of what is there to be shown. But look, it's been good. I've developed a lot over the 12 months, and I'm looking forward to continuing developing and continuing showing everybody where eventually we're going to get to.
What would you say has been the biggest takeaway from this first 12 months? What have you kind of learned in about the pro game?
Funny business. Um, but look, boxing's a business. It's a flawed business in a lot of ways, but you see, kind of, do you know what? The first 12 months, I've kind of learned to accept some of the ways that the game is, where when you're coming in first, you think that's wrong, and it shouldn't be like that. And while there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be how it is, I've kind of just through experience now, time after time, caught right. That's just how it works, and you don't take it to heart as much. Um, but I think that'll help me down the line. With that experience, good and bad. That look, I'm not saying I've got a massive experience now. I've had 5 fights, and some of the opponents is none of them has been my choice, but a couple of them were decent opponents and they were good wins. But the more we step up, the more I'm learning, and yeah, the more I'm improving. I've taken a lot from the last year. I've a lot. I have an experience under my belt now as a pro that um going into each fight, I'm a lot more calm, and I have a much stronger understanding of how the game works and how the pro nights work. So I'm looking forward to using that experience and developing it.
Is it of a case of it's so different from the amateur side, which you was used to for such a long time, of you know what date a tournament's going to be, you know you make that weight, you'll be in that tournament, but no matter what level you are as a pro, unless you're actually in the ring, you're not actually quite there, are you?
Yeah, so it's like it's mad with pros the way shows getting pulled through. I think in the last couple of months I've had like 3 shows pulled already. This is the first fight of my second year as a pro. Um, and it's the end of August, going into September. So for me, being young, it's frustrating because I want to be just constantly out, out, out. And I'm the kind of fighter. The more regular I am, the more consistent I am. That's when I'm at my best. So hopefully this will kick off another spell, which I believe it will. For the next 6, 7 months of just constant activity. And that's where I think I'll really develop and I'll really shine. the pro game is very different to amateur games, but it does suit me a lot better in a lot of ways. But um, there is obviously flaws to the pro game and issues with the pro game that can't be changed. That everybody has to deal with, like you said, and I think it's just kind of having the experience of dealing with them. And now I have a fair bit of experience, so um, yeah, hopefully we'll improve it.
I know you've been with Anthony Crolla a while now. Do you feel at
Mhm.
home in that gym with him and the team now?
Yeah, look, and there's been some familiar faces gone, and there's some new faces in there. And look, I think I was fairly settled there as soon as I went with them. That's that was a big reason why I went in Crawler. Obviously he was very very good, and I found him the best of everybody that I tried out. Um, but the atmosphere in the gym, the connection in the gym, it'd be weird now to be in any other gym. So it's a really good atmosphere. It's a really good bond between everybody in the gym. So yeah, I'm happy out.
Well, I hope you're prepared, mate, because that venue in Altrincham is absolutely freezing. I've
It
never
is.
experienced anything like it. Was you there last time?
I was there when William Crawler boxed on the
Yes.
Matchroom show.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember I had a big North Face jacket on me, and I was still fucking walking up and down to the toilets just to get warm again. It was absolutely freezing. I suppose it doesn't help. It's an ice rink, but I sweat a lot, so it might suit me. It might keep me cool.
Warm up slightly longer than usual, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, and I got jacket. I got sleeves put in my jacket. I got them added to it from my morning walk. So yeah, it's. I've been telling everyone. I've been telling my missus. She was on about what she's wearing. I said, I'm telling you, you're gonna be absolutely freezing. But yeah, it's all part of it. Look, and that's another experience as a pro as well as boxing some mad venues, and you could box in an amazing venue today, and then you're in the weirdest venue in your next fight, and it's all part of it. It's stuff you don't really see as an amateur.
Yeah, you go from one extreme to the other with York Hall, which
That's
is
it.
like a sweatbox, to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically the closer you get into Antarctica in the UK. Well, certainly
I know.
for a boxing show I've been to. But Owen, what's the plan for you? We spoke about the first 12 months, but what does the next 12 months look like in an ideal world?
Um, the next 12, look, to be honest, I've really zoned in on the next six, but definitely in the next 12. So, we're looking to start adding titles. We're looking to step ups. My opponent's actually just pulled out from a fight this weekend, so they're looking at replacement. I don't know who they're going to get on such short notice. I don't know what level of a replacement they're going to be able to get, but I have asked for the best level that they can possibly get. Um, so we'll see it. We get this one out of the way, and then we spoke to. We're going to have a big step up next time out, which is what I've been asking for, and yeah, I'm going to keep stepping up. We're on 6 rounds. We're going to step up quickly onto 8. We're not going to mess around with 8s too long. We're going to get onto the 10s, and then we're going to fight for titles. Um, hopefully, hopefully in the next 12 months, I can headline back in Mayo, where I'm from in Ireland, and what I've asked for is to fight for the youth world titles. So whichever one, WBC, WBO, whichever ones I can, and all of them if I can, um, get them fighting Mayo, and then push on then for more titles. After that, then it's just looking for titles.
What's the oldest you can be to fight for a youth world title?
Uh, 23, so up to 24.
So you got what, about 18 months to do it?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. I'm sure it's very plausible. But I know from speaking to you before, Owen, like you are super critical of yourself.
Mm.
Do you think that's what's needed? Because the top boxers are perfectionists in all aspects, but are you a little bit too hard on yourself sometimes?
Um, sometimes, but I need to be in some ways because I know I'm only unlocking a tiny bit of my potential at the minute. Um, and even I know every time I spar and come out, and every time I fight, I'll speak with the team. I speak to Crawler, and they're constantly telling me about. the faith in myself that sometimes I don't realize how much talent I have, and I have to trust it and stuff like that, which is true. Um, but I know it's there, and to me, it's just a thing of it's frustrating when I'm not bringing it out. And that's why I am critical of, look, I'll watch something back, or I'll know I didn't perform, or I know I'm a lot more capable of what I've been putting out, and that's why I'm looking to push on, because I know the better it's given to me, the better I'm going to be giving it back. Um, so I suppose in some senses, being so critical, I had this conversation with someone else the other day, and it's like, right, you can't enjoy some of the moments where you actually have done well until
Mm.
you're further down, you can look past. But I want to be a perfectionist. I want to improve, and I will continue to be critical on myself. And I suppose it's a matter of trusting the people around me that when I need to be criticized, I will be, which I will. And but it's about taking the good with the bad as well, and just seeing where we're improving. I can feel it in my work, in my training, in my fights, that I have improved a lot since, say, even from my debut. I'm a completely different fighter now. So that's where I know it's working, where I know what I'm doing is working, and being critical and improving the things that I need to improve. And yeah, I'm looking forward to keep improving.
Excellent, Owen. Well, thank you very much for taking some time out of what is the start of fight week. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
No, look, I'm delighted to get on. I'm delighted for all the sport. I suppose that's another big thing that you don't really realize when you go pro is you can be the best boxer in the world. If you can't get your name out there and you can't get stuff out there, you're going to be left at home being the best boxer in the world, because there's nobody interested. So stuff like this is brilliant. It's not my most ideal. I'm not the best speaker in the world.
You're
I
not
hate
bad. You're
social
not bad,
media.
Owen. That's
I
another thing you're
hate social
critical of.
media. I hate all that kind of stuff. But it's part of the game, and I appreciate all you guys that are in and helping all of us.
Well, Owen, best of luck, mate. And yeah, we'll catch
Yeah,
up
man.
with you in Altrincham. Cheers,
Brilliant,
mate.
brilliant, brilliant. Thanks very much.